Yo, this is SoulDrum86 bringing you another video. So, I want to talk about some things today. Um, Number one, NBA The Run is a very fun game. It's actually kind of weird how fun it is, and it's a game that doesn't have much yet. They are planning on adding more. Supposedly, we're supposed to get some legends in August. So that is very exciting because that's what I want the most. I did buy one of the rookies. I was noticing that when I was playing the game, they weren't being populated into any of my opponents. I only bought one. I didn't want to buy any of them, but I got enough money like accrued through playing the game. I got enough credits. So I was like, okay, I might as well do this. Right now I'm playing the quote unquote, even though it's not offline, I'm playing the offline part of this game. I'm just going to be playing against the bots. Now, I might lose because I'm talking and playing at the same time. But, but yeah, I didn't want to buy any of the rookies. I thought it was a stupid decision to put the rookies in the game and all of that. But I am going to buy every legend that becomes available in this game for the foreseeable future. Every legend will be unlocked. And current players. Even though I don't watch the current NBA, I'd rather have current players that are playing that have already stepped foot on an NBA court, not rookies that haven't yet. So that's just kind of been my whole thing. Come on. One of the things that I really like about this game is the attention to detail when it comes to the courts that they have. Like the graphics are amazing. Every court that you see in this game, for those who haven't played it or know much about it, I forgot to do it. Throw myself an alley oop. These are real courts. So this is a court in Chicago, and if you look up like pictures or video, I mean they nailed it, man, with the train above the court. I mean this whole area, this is exactly what the court looks like, for real. Um, yeah, here we go. See, the games, man, depending on what game it is, the games don't last you too long at all. I think the games can last a little bit longer when you're playing against people. I've only played against players a few times in this. Um, One of my big reasons for playing against the bots most of the time is that when I'm playing games like this, there's certain things that I like to try. So I like to try certain things out. When I'm playing against somebody and they're really good, it's going to make me get even like I'm going to try to match their competitive nature. And I don't always want to do that. For every once in a while, like, yeah, I'll get on, play some people, whatever. But for the most part, I just kind of like there's certain things that I like doing. Like if I want to see like if there's a different animation here, I can sacrifice losing a little bit to the bots or not playing as well, or even occasionally losing, which hasn't been much when I'm playing against the bots. I got like 100+ championships, trophies, I should say. Playing against the bots. Typically when I lose against the bots, it's because I'm like trying certain things out. When they updated the AI, because they did update the AI, it got significantly harder. Like they steal the ball easier from you. They're a lot smarter. Your teammates are a lot smarter. But this is a really fun game. It's so addicting to play. And that's the thing too that I miss about games where the run, because there's no like, how should I say this? There's no, hey, come back this week and play then. So we'll add in I don't know, these weekly challenges, and it's not forcing you to come back to play. It's not forcing anything. It's not asking for so much of your time. The only thing that it is doing is providing a fun experience that makes you want to come back to the game because it's fun. And that's the old school way of gaming. You know what I mean? Like don't try to entice me to play through these, these tactics and hey, earn this and come back here so you can play this and all that. Don't do that. Just kind of let the game speak for itself. Allow me to come back to the game. because I naturally want to come back to the game because it's providing me a fun experience. And I knew I was going to miss that. I knew I was going to miss that, man. Come on, LeBron. Um, but that's what I really do love about this game. I know that like the game gets a lot of criticism from NBA Street diehards. Now, look, I love NBA Street. This is not NBA Street. I can definitely say that this is not NBA Street, but I also don't think that it needs to be. I think that what this game provides, it's okay how it is, right? It's good how it is. It is a great. It's just a great experience, man. Um, and people, I'm finally understanding now when I would see in the comment section of people talking about how it should be compared also to NBA Jam. And I agree with that because of the simplistic nature of the game. Like, yeah, you could do trick moves like you see me doing here. There we go. Aw, I wanted to do that when I had in the zone. But um, there is a simplicity to it that does remind you of NBA Jam. And I thought, come on, man, why are you shooting that? Come on, Zion. Um, but it is very, I mean, just, I don't know. There's just something about it that just it does remind me of NBA Jam as well. Again, because it's NBA and it's a street ball game, there's the connection to NBA Street. It is not as fluid, even though the game, I wouldn't say the game is stiff. The game doesn't feel stiff at all. But when you string together moves in NBA Street and NBA Street Volume 2 and so on and so forth, it is way smoother in those games than it is in here. Stringing together moves in here doesn't feel as fluid as it should. Like doing crossovers into like a teammate jumping for the alley-oop. And that also I think should be fixed and tweaked. I feel like when your teammates jumped for an alley-oop, it was better in NBA Street. It was a lot better. It was a lot quicker, of them doing it. And the potential for a double alley oop. Now, you can do like those triple and double alley oops in this. My bot teammates actually did it. I was playing a game and I passed the ball, and I think it was Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard, and Anthony Davis went up. And Damian Lillard went up. He passed it to him before he dunked the ball. And then Damian Lillard was getting ready to dunk, and then passed it up to Anthony Davis. And it was really cool. Like, and they successfully completed that alley oop. But it was really cool. So, and look at these courts, man. These courts are so dope. And like I said, these are accurate courts. And I believe here at the tournament, they change the court all the time. I think it was when Kobe Bryant passed, they had Kobe painted on this court. I looked up images in Google because I wanted to see how accurate the courts really are in this game. But this game is fun, man. Like, don't get me wrong, it still has some tweaking to, they can do better with animations. They so desperately need what am I thinking of? Oh my gosh. Layup animations. They definitely need some layup animations. A basketball game without layup animations, no. There's one layup that you can do, and I'm going to try to attempt it here. That's the one layup that you can do. So if you come from the side, they will bounce the ball off the backboard. Ooh. Here, pass it. Oh, come on, man. But I think alley-oops do need to be way more smooth when it comes to your teammate jumping for them and just all kind of stuff, man. I think that needs to be better. Now, I've seen comments, right, with people online talking about the rim doesn't bend when you dunk. It most certainly does bend when you dunk. It depends on what dunk you do. and certain rims on different courts bend differently. So certain rims will bend a lot more than others depending on what court you're playing on, which I think is a fantastic detail. That's what I like too. Did you see that alley oop? How he bounced it off the backboard? Teammate bounced it off the backboard, and he caught. I love that. What is he doing? Okay, I've never seen that happen before, but because you were doing something so stupid. But this game is fun, man. It is really addicting. I can't wait until they add in the offline campaign mode because this game, because right now you can't even press pause. Like if you press pause, it will still play in the background. Like you can do stuff and tweak settings, but the game, because it's online all the time, yeah, there's really not much you can do in terms of like pausing. I think it was a bad idea to launch this game without any kind of offline mode. That's just my personal opinion. One thing too that I like that I didn't think that I would appreciate until I was playing this game more. Okay, so it's kind of like two ways. I'm two ways about it. I don't like the fact that you had why Zion. That's not your game, buddy. I know it's an arcade game, but that's not your game. I don't necessarily like the idea of buying dunks, right? And when I'm saying buying, you're not using your money. None of this game literally has zero microtransactions, which is good. But I do kind of like the fact that you can earn dunks because, right? I'll play games, other basketball games, and even other arcade basketball games, and there was never any real way to decide which dunk that you were going to do. You just kind of dunked, and whatever happened, happened, right? But here, there's different there's different ways that you can dunk with your player. For example, if you hold L1, or you don't even have to hold it, you can do it at the same time, but sometimes I'll hold L1. But if you press L1 and the shoot button at the same time, that activates a different dunk. L2 in the shot button activates another dunk. R1 in the shoot button activates a dunk, and then pressing L1 and R1 together while pressing the shoot button activates another dunk. And plus, you already have the standard dunk that your player already comes with. And then with alley oops, there's multiple. They've even added that the last update added more dunk animations for putback dunks and alley oop dunks. But it is nice to be able to control what dunk you want to do. I didn't think that I would appreciate that until I started experiencing it. So there's that. Like I really didn't think that I would appreciate that, but it is nice to be able to choose which dunk you want to do. It's a nice little like feature. It kind of makes it make sense that you have to unlock your dunks that way. Now I've talked a lot about NBA The Run. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, because I said I wanted to talk about a couple things. I probably even said a few things in the start of this video. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is, man, if you are thinking of doing retro gaming, I would start getting some used games now before the price goes up, because lately I have been seeing the price on older games go up, whether it's eBay, even in my local, like, record exchange stores. I'm seeing these prices to these older games, like, not go up to a crazy amount, but go up enough to where they're not the price that they once were. To not to the price that they once were, like, even, gosh, a few months ago. I'm seeing games that were like $10 going up to 30. Oh, really? Come on, Lillard. Be a teammate, man. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that because it is getting crazy out there with the prices. And I think it's because so many people, and a lot of people know that a lot of people are going to be going towards retro gaming pretty soon, just because of the whole PlayStation losing their mind. And that's another thing too. I guess that's the other thing too that I wanted to talk about. It goes hand in hand, but yeah, the whole thing with PlayStation, it's going to take a lot to really make PlayStation start speaking up about this, because they have been radio silent ever since they've made the announcement of getting rid of physical games. A big part of it is I don't think that they care, and I still think that they're waiting for it to blow over. Even though I still think that the fans need to continue to put the foot on the throat of Sony, I think bigger and better ways to do it. It's going to have to be really voting with your wallet, right? Um, and look, if you can, and I know a lot of people aren't going to do this, but I think that this would speak volumes. Anybody who's pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto, get your money back. It doesn't mean that you're not going. I'm not saying I'm not saying don't play Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm not saying never buy Grand Theft Auto 6. But we got to see what would happen if everybody just did that, because it is a digital game. So you don't have to worry about Grand Theft Auto selling out. You really don't have to worry about the game selling out, like, at all. So that's where I'm just like, we need to, I don't know, man. I think that's the going to be the biggest way to make noise in this situation. The biggest way is going to be to voting with your wallet, man. All the big games, Wolverine. If anybody has pre-ordered Wolverine, cancel that. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of places you can't get your refund because the game isn't out yet, and in some places, if you didn't pre-order it from PlayStation, you can. I don't want to say this. Shoot. If you order it from somewhere else other than PlayStation, they don't charge until the game is getting ready to ship anyway. Like Best Buy, when I pre-order games there, when I pre-order games at Best Buy, they don't charge me until the game ships. So I'm just saying, for a lot of the big titles, try to make PlayStation feel it, man. Like they gotta feel it in their wallets. They gotta start feeling it some way, shape, or form. Because if we don't pre-order these big heavy hitter games, then these developers are gonna be pissed at Sony, and they're gonna be like, you gotta do something. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing out here, but I do feel like that's going to be the best way to create some sort of change to get Sony to speak out, to do something, because something's gotta give. You know what I mean? Like at some point, something definitely has got to give. But real quick before I end this video, I don't know how quick this is gonna be, even though I said real quick. This game is fun, man. I really enjoy this game. Now, I did play Marvel's Tokon. Very, very fun game. Oh my gosh. If you get a chance, because I know PlayStation Network was down, but it seems to be back up. I never had an issue this morning like a lot of other people, but at the same time, I didn't attempt to play against anybody in Marvel Tokon. Like, you can play the offline modes. They even let you play a part of the story mode, because it's in episodes. They even let you play a part of one of the episodes. It's kind of long too, but it does cut you off, and it says like this, you can continue this story once the full game comes out. But you do play a little bit of the story mode, and you can play against the CPU. Marvel Tokon is a very solid game. It is a very solid game, man. I think that a lot of people are going to be happy with it, in my opinion. Very happy that they decided to do an open beta. As a matter of fact, after I'm done playing NBA The Run, I'm going to go back to playing Marvel Tokon. But I guess how I want to end this video is, I think about how in the future I'm not getting a PlayStation 6. Like that's a no-go for me. And not because of the physical media thing, but because of how much it's going to cost, one. Number two, I feel like they haven't really done enough with the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X for that matter. So it's a lot more than just the physical media thing on why I'm done buying anything from Sony. And if they don't have physical games come 2028, like they initially planned, then the games that I get this year and maybe in the beginning of next year, that's going to be my last games that I buy for even the PlayStation 5, because I refuse to support just all digital because I am a physical game collector. Like NBA The Run, I had no choice. Games where I have no choice that are just digital, they don't have a physical presence. That's one thing, but to take it away from every single game that's going to be coming out in the future, I can't I can't ride with that. That's just not what I want to do. But NBA The Run and Marvel Tokon, these are two games that I can see myself playing for the foreseeable future. Because I can go back to retro games so easy. There's so many games to play. All of my wrestling games, all of my fighting games, all of my like adventure style games that I have for the PS3, the PS2, the PS1. All those games I can go back to and play and have such a good time. I was even playing Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. My nephew let me borrow that, and I forgot how good that game was, man. And it was just it's so many games to go back to. When I think about the PS5, other than Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and maybe Tekken 8, and maybe some of the racing games that hopefully they build an offline kind of like mode to be able to continue to play on, I'll go back to those games. But for the most part, a lot of the games in my collection, I don't see myself going back to years later. They're going to stay in my collection, don't get me wrong. But and maybe I will. Maybe this is just me speaking now. Maybe I eventually will. But I just know right now that NBA The Run, this game is so much fun. Like this game is so much fun, man. It is actually ridiculous. It is insane how fun this game is. But yeah. Anyways, man, I guess I don't even know where I was going with that. It's just the fact that like these two games I can see going back and playing like just over and over and over again. I thought that I would be sick of NBA The Run, but I'm not, and I think it goes to show how much we needed as a community in gaming. We needed these type of arcade games back, because now when I did install NBA 2K23 the other day, and I'm playing it, and I got so bored because it's been a long time. It's been since 2023 that I played NBA 2K. So I was like legit sitting there trying to play, and I was winning. I still have my skills that I had before. And I was playing on superstar mode, not the hardest difficulty, but one of the hardest difficulties. And I'm sitting there playing. I was like, okay, I still have my skills. Like the muscle memory of playing NBA 2K is still there, but like the fun that I used to have, I just don't have with it anymore. And I don't think it's just solely it's because of what 2K has become. It is the fact that 2K has gone unrivaled for so long because NBA Live stopped. I don't think that it's a fair comparison to compare NBA The Run to NBA 2K. We never did that back in the day with NBA Jam. We never did that back in the day with NBA Street. Now, you can choose what game you like better just as a preference, but I don't think that you could compare these games because they are designed for two completely different things to a certain extent. For people who play the offline traditional way of NBA 2K, it is very different from NBA The Run. Now, if you play the park, then yeah, the park is kind of an arcade mode on NBA 2K. In that way, I think that is one of the reasons why I keep seeing people talk and compare the two. But this goes to show, this game right here goes to show why we needed these games. And more, and look, just speaking from a personal level, this is why I needed these arcade games back, because a lot of the games in my retro collection are NFL Blitz. I got NFL Blitz 2000. I have NBA Jam. I have NBA Hang Time. I got Showtime, NBA on NBC. I got all of these arcade sports titles because I love these games growing up. And I also loved simulation, but when the industry went to everything's going to be a sim, And then when there's no competition left and then we just get one sim, it just makes the whole thing boring. We as gamers need variety in all genres, in all types. We need that variety. We need that competition because we need the games to be better than what they were. If we at least had 2 simulation games per sport, because we used to have a ton before, but if we at least just had 2, that would be better. It was like once NBA Live threw in the towel, it was like that was kind of the beginning of the end. But some people can probably argue that it was the beginning of the end sooner than that. But yeah, we needed these games back, man. These fun arcade games. Sit back, chill. You ain't got to think too much. You don't have to call plays. Yes, all games require strategy, but you're still just laying back, just having a fun time playing a game. And these are my type of games, the games that you could just pick up the controller and they really are stress relievers. They don't really add stress. That's the type of games that I've always enjoyed playing. That's why I like Ratchet and Clank so much, because it's such a fast paced action adventure game, and you're just laying your finger on the trigger, and you have all these different unique cool weapons like you've always had in all the Ratchet and Clank games. But this is the type of gaming that is meant for me personally. I have always enjoyed sim, but when it became all sim and nothing else, that was when it became too much for me. It really did. It became too much. So games like this need to exist. They still have a place in gaming, and they have a very, very important space in gaming. Anyways, man, it's your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.